Hey YouTube, Selkiel here, and why are there only craters on the moon and not Earth? Well, technically this isn't true, as there are craters on Earth, such as Barringer or Meteor Crater, which is in the United States, and is probably the most famous crater on Earth. However, why are there far fewer? There's that, and Vredefort, and a couple others. But other than those, there aren't really many craters on Earth. Well, the reason isn't because Earth hasn't been bombarded as much, it's rather the contrary if you think about it, because Earth is a far larger surface, and so there's far more room to catch asteroids that hit it and make these craters. But the reason why there are fewer on Earth than on the moon is simply because of the atmosphere, or rather the lack thereof on the moon. The moon has no atmosphere. It technically has something of an atmosphere, but by that I mean the moon has a layer of charged dust, and dust is not the same as gas, and so it doesn't have an atmosphere, and this charged dust can appear like an atmosphere, but it doesn't do any of the features of an atmosphere, such as erosion, which is the most important thing. The erosion by the Earth's atmosphere will work down these craters and other obstacles until they are completely smooth within a couple 100,000 years or so. The Vredefort crater, as I said, in South Africa does still exist, even though it's billions of years old, but that's because it's bleeding ginormous. It's over 100 kilometers wide, and thus it will stay for a long time. But most craters on the moon and Earth don't even get near to this scale, and so they won't survive. And there's also another thing that's causing erosion that isn't the air: water. Now, the moon technically does have water, but of course it's either evaporating by the super hot hellish temperatures on the daylight side, or by the freezing cold temperatures on the nighttime side, or in craters. And so this water can't erode anything, but of course on Earth most of the water is liquid, and this can erode away craters. And that is the reason why there aren't any craters on Earth, at least that you can still see nowadays, apart from a few exceptions. So at least you now know the answer if I were to ever say to you,